What's good? It's your boy Jody Joe. We got some updated news on that Amanda Waller series. James Gunn has said some things regarding Amanda Waller. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but I had this breaking, exclusive news that I talked about on my channel that people talked about, that James came out and debunked, shot it down. But now that we know that that was debunked and shot down, we can actually move forward and see the updates that he's talking about that are actually happening with that Waller series. So this is kind of an update to that news that I dropped back in November, okay? So let's go ahead and bear with me. This all started from when I put the video out about the exclusive news about Waller being canceled and what happened. Let's go ahead and take a re-listen to that bad boy there. Budgets are starting to get slashed at DC. Budget cuts have hit the DCU, and some of the movies and some of the shows that they wanted to put out probably will be affected by these budget cuts. And one of the shows that is gone is Waller. That's what I'm hearing. It's gone. The Amanda Waller TV series that some of us was waiting for, but some of us were also confused on, is completely scrapped. That's what I've been told, is that the Waller series is no longer happening, and that not just the Waller series, but other DC TV shows are probably on the chopping block. So there it is. That's the news that got out, and people reacted to it like, oh, well, this person's saying that Waller's got canceled. What's going on? So people went, and this is an article with comicbook.com talked about it, and they went and got they wrote about the Jody's Corner news. They asked James, and James directly responded to that. Said, an account called Jody's Corner claimed that Amanda Waller's show spinning out a Peacemaker feature Viola Davis has been canceled. And James Gunn says, quote, "It's bullshit. Waller's still being written by Crystal and Jeremy." Crystal and Jeremy, the writers of the Waller series that have been attached to the Waller series for over a year and a half. They've been tied to this, and they're still writing this bad boy. Basically, that's what he's saying, shooting it down like, all right, for sure, I'll take my L. James came and said this thing, all right, for sure. He is the end-all, be-all. He's the guy at the head of the motherfucking table. So I get it, I understand. But then we get some updated news about James Gunn and Peacemaker Season 2. And this is what's confusing me. Let's go ahead and talk about the updated news. This is back in March where somebody asked, yo, is Peacemaker 2 still happening? And then James Gunn chimed in. Serious question, is there going to be a Peacemaker Season 2? To which this Jennifer Holland account says, yes, we start filming this summer. It's going to be so good. They start filming this summer. James, this is James Gunn's account. James said this. This is right out of James' mouth. The source is kind of iffy, as you can see right over here. The source is kind of iffy, but this is true. John Cena shared this on Howard Stern last week. To answer your follow-up question, yes, we'll be shooting Superman and Peacemaker simultaneously. Yes, I've written all the episodes, but no, in the interest of getting this show out there, I won't be able to direct them all, only some. And yes, Waller is still happening, and Jeremy and Crystal are hard at work writing great stuff. But the schedule was impacted by the strikes, so Waller will come after Peacemaker in the larger order of things. Now, I don't know what that means to you, but I could definitely tell you what that means to me. And I'll tell you guys my personal opinion, but I just got to put the facts first. I'm going to let facts go first. Then I'm going to be Jody of Jody's Corner and give you my opinion on what I think this all means. Only facts here. Then I'm going to speculate. These are only the facts. Okay. So back 6 months ago, it's being written by Jeremy. It's been written by Crystal and Jeremy. That was 6 months ago. Now, oh yeah, it's still being written by Crystal and Jeremy, but it's now going to come after Peacemaker Season 2. And I thought about that. I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, I remember when James first announced the Gods and Monsters stuff. Like when he was first talking about chapter 1, Amanda Waller was talked about quickly. I think it was after Creature Commandos. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, I know there was an article out there about Peacemaker. Check this shit out. Peacemaker season 2 delayed, but James Gunn says Viola Davis Waller series will include Team Peacemaker. I'm only going with facts of the time. This was a while ago. This was in January of 2023. This was a year and 4 months ago. Almost a year and a half ago. Peacemaker season 2 was delayed. In January of 2023, Peacemaker season 2 was delayed, but James says, oh, Waller's going to come out first. Oh, Waller's going to have Peacemaker in it. Look, the highly anticipated second season of Peacemaker has been delayed, as co-CEO James Gunn revealed during a presentation on the upcoming DCU slate. Gunn said that he's been too busy writing a new Superman movie and the upcoming animated series Creature Commandos. As a result, Peacemaker Season 2 got pushed. But not to worry, a previously announced spinoff based on Viola Davis's Amanda Waller will help kick off a new era of DCU storytelling. Sticking with the facts, right? Let's look at the time period. Pay attention. Let's go back here. He just said on March 10th, to answer your follow-up questions. Yes, hold on. Where's the Instagram? He says, yes, I've written all the episodes, but knowing the interest of getting the show out there, I won't be able to direct them all. Waller's still happening, and Jeremy and Crystal are hard at work. Okay, listen. He's written all the episodes of Peacemaker Season 2. He's written Superman, and he's written off an entire season. He's wrote a season of Peacemaker 2. What happened between January and now? First it was, oh, Amanda Waller's going first. Peacemaker's delayed. But here we are, fast forward to March, and not only is Peacemaker not delayed, it's right on track, and it's finished. And it's starting to film this freaking summer. And James says, oh, even though we're going to film Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 simultaneously this summer, Waller's still being written by Jeremy and Crystal. I ain't the smartest tool in the shed, but it looks to me as if James went back from Peacemaker being on the back burner, pushing up Waller, announcing Waller. Then Waller, all of a sudden, is still being in float mode, being written by Crystal and Jeremy. That's his response. It's still being written by Crystal and Jeremy. So it's being written by Crystal and Jeremy for a year and a half, and they still ain't finished, and you got 2 writers on it. And in that same time, James wrote a whole Superman movie and a whole season of Peacemaker. You could take that one of two ways. Either they're slow writers, or James is a fast writer, or they're stuck in limbo. A decision was made to stall or shelve Waller to see other things. But that's just speculation. I'm sticking to the facts as of now. The facts are Peacemaker Season 2 was supposed to come out. Oh no, Waller was supposed to come out. Peacemaker Season 2 got pushed back. Waller got announced to be coming out. Then Waller all of a sudden sizzled away. And now Peacemaker is not only still coming, it's done. He already finished the script and is filming it this summer side by side with Superman Legacy. Well, how do you go from a Waller being the first one that's supposed to come out to and Peacemaker being shelved to now Peacemaker is actually out and it's going to start filming? Oh, by the way, the Waller, it's still being written by Crystal and Jeremy. Here's my take. If we look at the Waller release date, look, the release date of Waller, I remember what it was, and it's still here. It was supposed to be this year. The Waller release date was supposed to be this year. Waller is supposed to be released in 2024. The fact that Gunn is now focusing on the rest of DCU this is their writing. They're focusing on the rest of DCU projects. The best case scenario is that the show gets released in 2025, even though the 2024 release date is still present in some sources, and it still says IMDb 2024. This is what has been here for almost 2 years. This is what's been here. Amanda Waller's not coming out this year. These are more facts, right? Because even though James didn't say it, Superman Legacy and Peacemaker are coming out in 2025. I do not think there will be a show this year that comes out. I think, what was the other one? Was it the Creature Commandos? The DCU was supposed to start this year, if I'm not mistaken. There was supposed to be a show that came out this year to start the DCU. I think it was either Waller or it was Creature Commandos. Yes, it was Creature Commandos. It will begin in 2024 with the animated series Creature Commandos. All right, so Creature Commandos could possibly still come out this year. Like, you know, it's supposed to come out this year, and it should still come out this year. It's animated. You know, I'm pretty sure they're hard at work making that happen. But 2025, Peacemaker is being filmed and will probably be released later in 2025. Wait, it's being filmed this summer. I'm sorry. It's being filmed this summer, and in 2025 is when Peacemaker Season 2 will probably come out the same year as Superman Legacy. But Peacemaker's being directed, and Superman Legacy is being directed this year for a next year release, supposedly, as far as Peacemaker is concerned. I'm just telling, this is speculation, but this is just knowing about the movie business. The earliest that Peacemaker could come out, if it's shooting this freaking summer, is probably December, but I don't know if they're going to do that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2025 thing. All right. So Peacemaker 2025, Superman Legacy in 2025, but they're filming this year. The scripts are done and they're filming already. Amanda Waller series, which is effectively delayed. We could talk about the facts. James Gunn says Amanda Waller has been delayed. And what did he say it's delayed to? It's delayed because of schedule impacted by the strikes. Schedules impacted by the strikes? Listen. Schedules impacted by the strikes. Now, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean that Viola Davis just doesn't want to do the series because she has other movies. Oh, I got other stuff I got to do. Well, the time's passed up on Waller. I'm sorry. I got something to do. So that would definitely shelve Waller, right? Until she wants to come back or wants to come back, or if they're going to even continue to do the freaking series. But what the freak does that mean? But he's still saying it's being written by Jeremy and Crystal. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But we know that in 2025, Peacemaker 2 and Superman Legacy is coming out. And we also know that Waller isn't even finished being written. As we speak, it's not even done being written. So when will it be directed? Once it's being written, let's say it's being written, it'll be finished by June. What does that mean? It's probably not even going to start being directed in post-production principle until December, January or something. Maybe. So if that's the case, you might not shoot till summer 2025 or fall 2025, which means Waller won't come out until 2026 at the earliest. At the very earliest, the end of 2025. But that's not realistic. 2026. Wait a minute. Okay. Waller was supposed to be one of the first things to come out, and we're not getting it until after Superman and after Peacemaker? That wasn't the original schedule. Changes were made. James is saying it's the strikes. Well, that's interesting because the strikes didn't seem to affect Peacemaker. In fact, Peacemaker got done. You know what that means? James Gunn gets his shit done. But it's making it look like this Crystal and Jeremy ain't good writers. That's what it's making it seem. You're telling me that James got Peacemaker Season 2 and Superman Legacy written in less time than it took two writers to write Amanda Waller? You guys had almost 2 years to write this shit. I know James is good with the pen savvy. He be writing quick, but come on. Something else is going on, guys. Now, this whole impacted by the strikes, I believe that's PC shit. Like, it could be impacted by the strikes in some way. Here's what I think. As he says, it will come after Peacemaker in the larger order of things. It'll come after Peacemaker in the larger order of things. James is good with the pen, bruh. What he's writing here could mean so much. But here's what it means. It will come after Peacemaker in the larger order of things. The larger order is the universe. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, heck, if there is one, a Chapter 3. He's basically saying Waller could come out after Peacemaker. 2 years after Peacemaker, 3 years after Peacemaker, 4 years after Peacemaker. We get Waller in 2027. At least it's still out. At some point, you got to use your and be like, okay, for sure. This shit looks delayed like a motherfreaker. This shit look like it's on the shelf. One thing that we could denote, Waller's been delayed. Waller's going through production hell. And Waller ain't coming out for at least 2 years. It's starting to look like the sources was kind of on point. Now, I did say that canceled. I said canceled, done, delayed. I used a lot of words. Canceled probably is not the right word to use because canceled is so final. Cancel means it's not happening ever. It's over. But like James understands, he understands the word, the larger order of things. That's an open-ended ticket with no end date. Hey, by the time I'm 80 and my kids is young and my kids' kids is young, they might get the Waller series in 2076. That still makes what James Gunn said true in the larger order of things. When you say canceled, it's final. There's no wiggling around, no shifting the words. Cancel means just canceled. And maybe that was the wrong wording to use. But I did hear that it was going through production nightmares with budgetary reasons that Zaslav didn't believe in it. And now I'm going to speculate. It's speculation time. Here's what I think. I think that James knows that the Waller series is not liked by David Zaslav. I think that David Zaslav and the board and whatever are worried about budgets. And the first thing they looked at was Waller, as well as some other things. Waller is not believed in by DC. James brought up Peacemaker. I believe James pushed Peacemaker up to show Zaslav and those others that Waller could have more foundation in the DCU once Peacemaker's out. Once we show Peacemaker and put Waller in Peacemaker, maybe she's in there a couple episodes, put respect on the foundation of the Suicide Squad, of Peacemaker, of Waller. It'll show the big heads at DC, even though James Gunn's a big head. It'll show the even higher ups at DC that, yo, you need Waller now. Look, Peacemaker's already established, and you can't have Peacemaker without Waller, so now we need to greenlight that Waller. I think that this Jeremy and Crystal, who've been writing Waller for 2 years, miss me. Y'all ain't been writing Waller for 2 years. That shit been done. I believe that Waller has been done, but James had to tell David and Jeremy and Crystal, yo, budget right now. We pausing on that. The higher ups ain't feeling it. Just like that Batgirl. They have no problem with scrapping a series. They scrapped an $80 million Batgirl movie, bro, because Zaslav don't play that. So he had to tell Jeremy and Crystal, who probably have the big puppy eyes at James, oh my God, we're going to get a series. Are we going to still get our series? James is like, yo, calm down. I got y'all. Just still make your little final adjustments to the script. Jeremy and Crystal, sit back. I got y'all. Let me go ahead and do this Peacemaker. I'm going to pin this Peacemaker. We going to shoot Peacemaker. And when Peacemaker comes out, I'm going to come back to David Zaslav and say, look, you got to run with Waller now, David. You see what I'm saying? Jeremy and Crystal already wrote the script. It's perfected. They went through 8 drafts. It's good to go. Hopefully that Zaslav or the higher-ups, whoever's on the board, whoever's controlling this, well, I know Zaslav's controlling it, but he got a lot of people probably under him controlling this, as well as James and Safran, I know. We'll finally be like, all right, green light it, bro. All right. We'll give you $80 million to make this whole show. All right, done. So then he can finally call Crystal and Jeremy like, yo, it's done. I got y'all. We start right away. That's what I think. It's business. It's really the business of it. And then James is at the middle. He got to be PC as ever. He got to tell 2 writers who are freaking thirsty and want to write some shit, right? He got to tell 2 writers, just chill out. I got y'all. While at the same time telling people, talking heads on freaking YouTube like me that, Nah, ain't none of that real. None of that's real. It's still coming out. He never said If we look at the response, the language matters. When it comes to James, let's look at the response. This is what he responded to my freaking exclusive. He says, it's bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. Waller is being written by Crystal and Jeremy. It's bullshit. It's coming out this day. We're already doing post-production. We direct it. We start shooting this summer. Remember the energy that he had for Peacemaker. When someone asks, hey, is Peacemaker still happening? Look at his response here. He says, yes, it's all written episodes. I've written all the episodes, but I can't direct all of them. I'll still direct some of them. We're shooting this summer. It's happening. Look at those details. But when it comes to the DC stuff, when my scoop is bullshit. Waller's being written by Crystal and Jeremy. Okay. We know that. It's being written by Crystal and Jeremy. He says it's bullshit, though. It's bullshit because it's being written by Crystal and Jeremy. What about it's bullshit because it's not true about the budgets? It's not true about David Zaslav. It's not true that Waller's even being delayed, because back then there wasn't even a delay. Now he's confirming after my source that there's a delay. Now he's saying that it's the delay. Peacemaker will come after Waller. Waller will come after Peacemaker in the larger order of things. That's how I feel. And I'll be honest with you. I don't want Waller or Peacemaker to come out, to be honest, because I don't think it's good for the DCU. I don't think that it's good. If you're going to get rid of Wonder Woman and Henry Cavill and freaking Shazam and freaking Black Adam and everybody, Jason Momoa, if you're going to get rid of all of them, get rid of all these motherfuckers too, bro. That Peacemaker Waller, get them out of here. Ship them the high seas with you, matey. Because all it's going to do is make people get confused between the difference of the DCEU and the DCU. If you're going to give me Amanda Waller and you're going to give me freaking Peacemaker, give me back Wonder Woman. Give me back freaking Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Give them back. Why are you... No, I'm not for that. That's for the birds. Birds in the sky. Miss me with that shit. I don't know. People are going to go and show and see Amanda Waller's face and be like, hey, that's the lady from the Snyder's verse. They're going to see Peacemaker. Oh, Snyderverse. I remember that Flash was in Peacemaker at the end. Come on, bruh. I don't want those to come out. That's me personally. I've been very vocal about that, but this is separate. Now that you've seen all of the facts, these are the facts of the case, Your Honors. And then my opinion, that's my opinion, that's up in the sky. What time is it? What time is it? When's Waller coming out? It's not coming out this year. I don't think it's coming out next year either. It looks at the earliest 2026. November, December 2025? And that's if you're hustling and bustling, but no. 2026. If, it's still coming out. Jody's Corner. Like and comment and subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Deuces.